Hi, I'm Dave Booth with Caliber Equipment. What I'd like to do today is take a couple minutes and introduce you to one of the newer pieces of equipment from Nilfisk Advance, the SC6000. Now, the SC6000 is in the large category rider scrubber, and this machine, as you will see as we go through it, not only how to operate it, but some of the important features about it, which make this very unique in our industry. This particular machine, as I said, is battery powered, available with different size battery packs depending on the runtime that you need to get the job done. You have 3 deck choices depending on the type of facility you're cleaning. You can get a 36-inch cylindrical deck, which is designed to scrub and sweep, or there are 2 disc sizes available, a 34 or even a 40. What that means is this machine is able to clean up to 100,000 square feet per hour, and a typical charge runtime is up to 3 hours. So this machine, built on a smaller platform than some of the larger machines out there, can actually clean on a single charge up to close to 300,000 square feet. So depending on the size facility that you're cleaning, whether it's retail, industrial, warehouse, manufacturing, this is a machine that you really need to consider because of its ability to do a large amount of work, yet make it very easy for your operators to run the machine and routine daily maintenance. Let me walk you through a couple things on this machine right now. First thing I want to show you, as I said, it's battery powered, a 36-volt system. And this particular machine, we put in AGM maintenance-free batteries, which is an option. You can get different size battery packs, as I said, depending on the amp and the runtime that you need. But as you can see, it's very easily accessible by raising up the seat. Gives you easy access for battery maintenance, changing, and of course your connection for your charger. So everything has been laid out very easy and very accessible for the operator. Now, this particular model also has an onboard charger, which again is an option. You can get a shelf charger or you can get an onboard charger. These are smart chargers, so simply by plugging it into a standard 110 wall outlet, automatically turns on the charger, it'll go through the cycle, and when it's done, it'll automatically shut off. So as I said, you can get it on board if you're going to park the machine in different places to make it simple and easy for your folks, or you can get a shelf charger, which then you can position close to the outlet and just plug the machine into as needed. One of the nice things what Advance did when this machine came out, a lot of features on it are things that you, the operators, you, the users, have asked for. And there's a larger version of this machine called the SC6500 or 6500, which is a larger machine, or they have the Aggressor, which is smaller. This kind of fits in between those 2 machines, but as you'll see, they've come up with a lot of latest technology to make this machine, as I said, highly productive, easy to operate, and easy to maintain. As we look at the front of the machine, you've got a large console, but very easy and clear view of the front of the machine. One of the options, and this machine has a few things, it's got a heavy steel front bumper you can get if you feel you need a little more reinforcement. But again, the factory has a heavy steel frame all the way around this machine, so it's very durable and ability to take a lot of day-to-day use. One of the other things they've done is they've brought back steel side guards. As you see, this opens up, and now you can easily see and access the scrub deck. This particular model has a 34-inch disc style scrub deck. But as I said, it's available in 3 choices, 34 and 40 for disc style where you're just scrubbing, or a 36-inch deck for cylindrical. If you get the 36-inch, there's actually a curb broom that you can get, so now you can clean along the edges, move the debris under, and let the deck pick it up. A number of things they've done on this is it lifts, this is off the ground, but by simply pushing this and releasing it, now I've got the deck floating. But I can lock it out for transporting or for double scrubbing where I don't want my squeegees on the floor. This model has got the disc deck, so a quick twist, and that's how you take your brushes out. These brushes, there's 2 of them, so they can be rotated to get better wear. The other thing that they've done to make this super easy, when you push them back underneath, there's a lever here. So when I push the lever down, I can get it positioned where it needs to be. And I'll show you in a minute, there's a button that I press which will drop down the deck. It'll automatically lock them in, and now you're ready to go. So there's no fighting and trying to get them onto the machine. The deck sticks out just a little bit here so I can get closer to the edges. The 40-inch or the 36 comes out a little bit more, but the significant thing is these steel doors. This protects the deck from operators hitting into obstacles and that are on the floor, which is usually one of the big problems we see with decks. But this, as I said, you're protecting it, but I'm cleaning right up to the edge underneath. As we work our way around to the back, kind of working from the scrubbing to the back, this machine holds 50 gallons. So it has a 50-gallon solution capacity and over 50 gallons recovery. The back portion here is my recovery deck or container. Big lid that opens up. Comes with a lift out for debris in case there's something that gets picked up. And now it's not in the tank, so I can take this out and easily flush it out. And then it returns there. On the back, you've got two oversized hoses. What they did when they designed this is they made sure there's bigger hoses so that in case there's some debris, it doesn't get clogged and it goes in. But from a maintenance standpoint, I can simply pull these hoses off here and the squeegee in case something gets blocked. But they've really addressed one of the big issues that customers have with clogging on your suction hose, and then it's tucked into the frame so there's nothing hanging out. This is the drain hose for the dirty tank. Very easily pulls out. I got a big cap. I can control the flow, pop it back on, and again, fits down very nicely and snugged up underneath. Another option this machine has is this drop-down squeegee guard. Often when operators are backing up, they may not see a pallet or something. So with this option, and you can leave it down or up, simply pull out the pin, it drops down, and now I'm protecting the squeegee when I back up. And that way I don't damage the squeegee or the rubber or my product. And then that just locks back around. The other interesting thing, or a new design, is this is a breakaway squeegee. So in the event somebody hooks the corners, it's designed to come off the machine. One of the problems with a lot of machines is if it got knocked off, the hose gets pulled with it and then you damage it. So what Advance did when they designed this tool, and everything with the yellow handles are touch points that you'll use to manually adjust things. This comes off, but as you see, the hose stays onto here. I've got a simple adjustment knob to adjust the squeegee, but I can take it off. Stainless steel band that clips here so I can flip the rubber as it wears, both the rear and the front blade. But because of the weight, because I need good weight for drying the floor, they put these tabs here. So all I do is I rest it on there. Now I can lift it up, put it into place, tighten it up, and I'm back in business. So maintaining and service the squeegee, this design, again, very unique. Nobody else has it in the industry. As you saw how easy it was to take off and how easy it is to put back on. Up on top, where your vac motor is, very simple, easy access, maintenance. This cleans out, that keeps dust and dirt and foam from going into the vac motor. This sits on there and then simply seals up. As we come around to this side, this is the recovery tank. This is your clean tank, so they got a nice big filler right here. So my soap and water would go in there. There's a little hole here so I could hook my hose on there while I'm filling it. And again, this holds 50 gallons. On the left side, again, this sits flush to the machine, even if you get the 40-inch deck, because this is more of the blind side. So when I'm edge cleaning, I'm always doing it on the right side because there I have my best visibility. But we've got steel doors here. This opens up like the other side, gives easy access to the scrub deck. Same process for adjustment, for putting on the brushes as we did on the other side. Last thing on this side is your solution filter. This is the drain hose if I ever needed to drain the clean tank. But because I have a solution filter here and it's marked right here on the side, part of routine maintenance, folks, the biggest call we get are customers saying they're not getting solution down to their deck. And most times, depending on the detergent, this filter has gotten clogged. So by simply closing off the valve, unscrewing this cup, I can take it out, rinse it out, clean the stainless steel screen, snug it up, and then open the valve. And as I said, this just tucks up underneath and it snips back into the bracket. But again, everything is accessible, easy for adjustments, easy to change the squeegee rubber as it wears, flipping it over, and then steel doors to protect the deck. Before we go over the operation, the one last feature I'll show you over on this side. As I pointed out, this particular model, we do have the heavy-duty bumper as an option, the rear squeegee guard. We've got a larger, heavier-duty seat that's adjustable with armrest and seat belt. Safety is very important, so we've added that to a lot of our machines that customers have required. Also, this has got a spray system that pulls out. So with this, I can do two things. I can either pre-spray an area if I've got heavy grease and oil and I want to wet it and let the chemical work and then bring the scrubber in, or where I'm dumping the machine, often when I dump it, there's no place to rinse out the tank. So how do you get your folks to do this routinely? Well, give them the tools to do the job. With this, whatever solution's in my machine, when I'm dumping the dirty water, now I can take this and I can rinse it out, rinse off the squeegee, and it just makes the maintenance so much easier and effective. And again, if you give your folks the tools to do the job, they'll do it. Okay, let's take a minute and we'll go through the operation. This particular item or unit tilts forward so I have easy access. As I said, it's open on both sides. I can clearly see where I'm going. Put it down to where it's comfortable. As we look at the steering control area, a couple things they have introduced that weren't available before. Number one, you don't have keys. We have key fobs. There's one for the operator. This is a supervisor key. So with this key, the supervisor has the ability to adjust certain functions on the machine. You can do it yourself. You can limit the speed. You can limit the solution flow. It actually has crash impact sensor. So if the operator hits something, it'll shut the machine down until a supervisor comes to reset it. So it's a way to kind of keep your employees more accountable for how they operate the machine. We do have an emergency stop button right here that in an event emergency I can hit that and that kills all the power. Also here we've got little toggles. We've got the horn. Normally horns are somewhere on the dash, not as accessible and safe. So now we've added it right here close to where the operator steers. Two more buttons that we've added. This turns on and off the solution flow. So once I'm scrubbing, if I come to where I want to shut off the water, such as making a sharp turn so I don't leave any water out, by touching that, it'll shut off the solution flow for about 5 seconds. And then as I make my turn, it'll automatically come back on. The other is this machine has the option of onboard chemical mixing. And with this button here, I can activate that, increase my down pressure, my soap, and my flow rate for a period of time until I want to shut it off. So they've added some options that are right here, easy to function, and make it easier for your operator. The control panel right here, it's very simple as far as green for go and red for stop. So once I've turned the power on, I can see the hours, my battery charge, and it tells you the solution level. So it knows how much soap and water you have, and it'll tell you when you're empty or when you're full. by hitting the green-red button. Right now I have got everything activated and nothing happens until I hit the gas pedal. But I can see my brush down pressure is level 1, which is light pressure. I have 3 levels to choose from. The solution flow, again, there's 4 choices. How fast the solution comes out depending on how dirty it is, and it tells you how fast that you're going. The buttons down here lets me change a lot of these functions either on the fly or before I operate. I can increase the down pressure all the way up to heavy pressure, medium or light. I can increase the solution flow, 1, 2, 3, 4 different levels, or I can reduce it, again, depending on your cleaning area. Down here, we've got the vacuum system, which I can have it automatically turn on with everything with 1 button, or I can turn it off if I want a double scrub. That turns it back on. This is kind of like a cruise control. The hardest thing for people on riders are to stay at the consistent speed. Your tendency is to go fast, slow, fast, slow. So what Advance has done with this is once I get to a speed, if I'm doing large areas, long runs, that once I get up to a nice, smooth running speed of cleaning, usually on a rider 2.5, 3 miles an hour, I can hit this button and now the machine with my foot pressed down will stay at 3 miles an hour. So I get more consistent cleaning and I'm not going fast and slow, which is hard on your foot. So that activates it, but as soon as I come off the gas, it'll disengage. Got a button for my chemical mixing system if I want the machine to meter the soap with my water. We got a headlight, and then easy loading of the brushes. When I put new brushes on, I hit this button so the deck comes down, it'll automatically lock them in. And if you get the cylindrical and you have a side brush, we actually have where it sprays out a light mist of water so that we dampen the floor as we're running the side brushes. So as you can see, you've got a very simple control panel. Literally by hitting a green button, everything sets up. When I'm done scrubbing, I hit the button again for red and everything turns off. So Advance has done a lot to put features into this machine that from an operator standpoint, from a manager standpoint, gives you features and cleaning performance that you're not going to find on any other machine. So for more information, give us a call. Caliber Equipment, 888-550-0945. And thanks for watching.